Just a man on a mission, ambition to never fail. Personality electric, he is animated male. Intelligent and wise, calm and often cool. Chris James giving opinions while also speaking the truth. Empathy and compassion. Stephen Michael is here, helping you through your traumas, helping you with your fears. These three forces combine and keep it honest. Turn up the volume, cause this is the application of knowledge.
Welcome to the Application of Knowledge podcast. I am Animated Mel.
This is Chris James. This is Stephen Michael.
Nah, this is Stephen Michael.
Hey, it's Chris James right here.
And we are on episode 131, I believe. You know what I mean? And I got a question for you all that is going to maybe knock you off your boots or maybe shock you.
I don't have boots on, but
Exactly. You know what I mean? They already knocked him off his boots. You feel me? But
I'd be knocking some boots out.
actually, you know what? No, I don't want to start there.
Okay.
Last week we had a retreat. We had the AHA retreat. And I wanted to express how I felt after the retreat because usually when I come from retreats, you know, we're traveling, we're doing all that stuff, and it's like exhausting and all that stuff. Now, granted, I wouldn't say this one wasn't as exhausting. It was just a different type of exhausting. But after the retreat, I felt like whole in a sense, where I felt an extreme amount of gratitude, or I guess an understanding of the things that I should be doing in life. Because because, you know, you plan stuff and you do your own studies and your research or whatever. And sometimes you're not sure if it's connecting or clicking with people. But I had a decent amount of people come up to me and have a conversation with me saying that the reason that they even started either wearing the patches or, you know, they resonated with the course that I created and they enjoy the PAM calls and all that stuff. And they take a lot of notes and like they go back to some previous stuff that I said. And, you're doing the work, but when you hear a lot of people come up to you and just, reaffirm a lot of things that you've been putting into you or that you've been putting out there into the world and it's being received in a way that it was intended to receive. It's like, okay, so I feel like what I'm doing is good. So it honestly made me just want to become a completely better human. It just made me want to do more. And it kind of just realigned my vision of where I wanted to go. So after that retreat, I personally just felt whole. And I'm like, man, I want to be able to do more to help people and to further myself in the things that I'm studying and just ultimately become better. And like, I'll watch you all do your speeches and I get excited. Like, I'm like, okay. And I take mental notes. So, okay, I see he doing it this here, like the level of comfortability here, draw back to different, messages previously and then bringing it full circle. So there's a lot of just the notes that I'll internally take to make myself, get better at becoming, I guess a presenter or whatever. Maybe I'm not doing bad, but I'm just being my own little critic or whatever. But I don't know, just from the entire experience from being at the retreat, it made me feel as if like I am in that purpose. And I literally felt it like, man, like I want to do another retreat. Like I want to go back to this retreat and because meeting up with the people is also pretty cool as well. So I'm not sure if y'all want to expound on that, but if not, cool. I just want to get that out because it's been a while since we got back on the podcast and had the retreat. That's the reason why we wouldn't hear it, because we were
saving
the lives and talking to our peoples. But
grounding your resolve. That's what I heard from what you said. It when you have a conversation with somebody or when you're teaching online, a lot of it's not necessarily a conversation. It's sort of one way. Now you can get feedback, right? But you really don't know sometimes if your message is really resonating. And the good thing about the retreat, the way that I described it with Chris, was it's their AHA's showcase. and it gives us the time to showcase what we really do, and we get real-time feedback, and you make these connections with people, and you realize more than ever these are real people with real lives, with real concerns, and people that are getting real outcomes. And as a coach, as a teacher, as somebody who is a leader, it grounds your resolve, and it makes you want to do even more and to be even better. And I think I felt that after the first retreat. And I'm not saying that you didn't feel somewhat of that, right? But but for me, I've been coaching. You know what I'm saying? Like at our first retreat. So I had already been coaching. So for me, it really hit me. I think this one hit you even more was because you started doing PAM. And this is the first time that you've done a retreat since PAM.
And it's course. Like it's just your growth as a coach in general. Because the first one I think was like, yo, Mel, you need to get started. Like get started. You know what I mean? So I think your speech was really your first. It was really your coming out party.
Yeah. I agree.
No,
not discounting your other ones, but this one was it was definitely your best by far.
I didn't hear it.
Oh, for real?
I was
You were
outside.
outside. That's right. So yeah, well, you'll get to hear it when you go through the video, but it was definitely your best. And when we had the conversation afterwards, you were just like, yeah, it's Pam, right? Getting out there, being in front of people, and every week now. Pam has been great for all the coaches, I'll be honest, because it has forced us all to continue to grow, create new content. Like, because I don't ever want to be like, all right, taught this, right? And I'm just going to teach it again, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it forces us all to continue to grow. And for me, I'll speak for me specifically, because I consistently am teaching in some way, I also have to consistently be growing so I then can teach new things. So this was really your coming of age. We'll call it that way instead of coming out. And Pam has been a critical part of that. And I think that this is when you really felt how what you say and what you do actually makes an impact on people's actual real lives. And I think that is a lot of what you're feeling, because of course, part of why I this year created that 3-month program, and what I did was because I've been connected in that way, and I know what happens when people leave. So my finger's on the pulse of the people. And I think that that's what you're feeling, because now you've been teaching online, and then you got to do it in person, and you're like, this is real. And I think that it was almost like your finger hit the pulse really for the first time, and it's exciting.
It's also, people cried.
Yeah.
I'm just like, there's emotions.
Oh, emotions.
You know how Mel gets with
I'm just like, what are these emotions, you know? Like, I'm just like, how do I handle these emotions? Like, when we took that big old picture, and I was talking with one of the chicks there, like, I mean, I know her name. I don't want to say her name.
Yeah, you don't say her name. One of the ladies. One of the women.
Oh, one of the ladies, one of the chicks. Well, but I don't know. That's how my mind works. But one of the women that were there, I don't know, she was conversing, we were speaking, and she just started crying. I'm just like, oh shit, there's emotions here. So I just reached in, and and I was still talking her through it, and then we took the pictures. I'm like, oh shit, okay, cool. And then while I was doing the thing, going around asking people what are they grateful for, old girl broke down right there. I wasn't expecting any of this, so it's just a lot of unexpected emotions to come. But everything that you said, it resonates. Yeah, so I mean, I was just grateful for the overall experience. I thought it was dope. Didn't have to do all that damn traveling, which was also good.
That was a benefit.
Which is good, because my leg isn't the greatest, so traveling and going through that, I would not have liked that. Because that's one of the main reasons why I didn't travel this year for real, because I didn't want to travel with my leg, like, making this process annoying.
I'll say I think that for me, I look at everything so different. I'm like, yo, these niggas are coming up. Like everybody, people aren't there for me anymore. People are there for everything, like the coaches. The first event that I did, it was me. Everything was on me, and I felt that weight. It was difficult, and it's like people actually come because they want to see and talk to Mel in person and experience that. People are super excited. John is back, you know. Steven, I mean, bro, the speech you did was it was just so polished. Like it was so polished. I had one lady tell me that she got an in-person ticket for the food, which I felt bad because she was like, I just wanted to taste your food, Chris. I ain't cook.
First year, Chris didn't cook.
Like people, you know, people. It's like it's just it's incredible how they support us, and then the crazy, like people lost so much weight, which they always do. But I think the average was like 3 pounds based on the people I talked to. They lost 3 pounds, a pound a day, just eating what we were feeding them, which tells me a lot. Mm-hmm. Because if you're I didn't lose no weight.
I lost 4 pounds.
I don't know. I fluctuate between 170 and 175.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't lose no weight. I'm pretty sure. I don't know, but so the point, John did too. Mm-hmm. So it's just it's a lot of stress on me. Y'all's experience and my experience is just so completely different, and I'd be needing to hear stuff to make me want to keep doing it because it's so much work. But we're gonna do a different format next time, and that way, hopefully, it's not so much stress on me, and we can just enjoy the experience more, or at least I can.
Yeah, we just need to adjust it in whatever way, so that way it is streamlined, but people still get the same benefit. Because I think that it's still a major benefit for our community.
Yeah.
So we just need to make it make sense.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. So
yeah, thank you all that watch and attended, and stay tuned for those that didn't. You will have an opportunity to get the digital version of the retreat. You can see all the events, the speeches. That'll be coming to you at a later date.
yeah, because right now we're about to hit a complete 360.
180?
Yeah, 180. But do it. Hold on. What's that?
A 360 means we're going in the same direction.
I know. We're gonna do a
About face.
Hold on. What's 108? We about to do a 540.
What?
Wow. Really, Mel?
We're about to do a 540.
Wow.
So we're gonna spin around 1.5 times,
But we're going the other direction.
or we can just do a 180.
Or just do it 540. What? Okay. Question. What do you think about having sex with pregnant women?
Jeez.
Hey, can't get her pregnant twice.
You feel me?
Is that not the first thing we all
You feel me?
First thing, yeah, if she's already pregnant, I can't get her
you
pregnant.
Feel me? I'm leaving that bad boy in, baby. Leaving it in.
We really took a turn.
And the reason why I asked this is because recently Cardi B and Offset, they got into an argument. Cardi B is a hip hop artist. Offset is her husband. He's 1/3 of the Migos. And
Is it one?
well, I mean, technically, yes.
Yeah.
You know, but they recently got into a little spat or whatever because they're going through a divorce. And then recently Cardi B, she posted on her IG Live talking about how Offset is trying to, you know, get back into her life and all that nature because he's been doing her wrong. But now recently he posted you having sex or you're cheating with other women or with other dudes, and you having sex with other dudes while you're pregnant or whatever. And
That's rough.
That's rough.
and then her response to that, like she saw that comment and then clipped it on her Twitter and then reposted it and saying and did or whatever. So that was going viral or whatever. And so people were asking like, okay, how do you feel about a woman stepping out necessarily on her marriage, or whether they're divorced, but
Are they divorced?
I think they're in that, not officially divorced, but like separated.
But
type
she's
vibe.
pregnant with his son or his child.
Yeah, they already had the child, but yeah.
Oh wait. Oh, so we're okay.
This is
so
past
this
tense.
is past.
Yeah, I mean, the baby recently just came out.
Okay, I didn't know if she was currently pregnant. This is
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah,
Because
it's
I've
maybe a
heard
couple
little
weeks ago.
things, but I haven't really dug into this situation.
Yeah,
So okay, all right, I understand. Go continue.
yeah. So she put and did about that, and so the question arises: is Cardi B foul for having sex with another man while she's pregnant with someone else? Well, I guess her ex-husband, well, her husband's child currently, but they aren't really together, you know. But throughout their entire relationship, I guess the caveat is throughout the entire relationship, he has been consecutively cheating on her with multiple different girls throughout the entire relationship.
But she was having sex. But she was having sex while they were married.
No, she only did. This is like her first time like doing anything of cheating or having sex
Well,
with another person.
if she had sex while she was pregnant, then they would have said we're married, right?
Yeah, I mean, but they're still currently married.
Right,
They're
right,
like
right.
in a divorce stage or whatever.
But I'm talking about when she did this, they were married, but
Yes.
still getting divorced.
yeah.
Okay, they've been getting divorced for a while. Well, they probably have a lot of legal situations to split up, but
Yeah, so what do you all think about that particular situation, especially in regards to having sex with another person while you're still pregnant with another man's child?
I'll tell you this. The funny thing is if you look at this reel or you play this back, our reactions when you first said it versus
versus hearing the
Yeah.
story behind it. It's like, ooh.
from my point of view, when I think of I immediately was thinking about having sex with a woman that I got pregnant, not necessarily just having sex with
Another chick.
just another. Yeah. So just to clarify, but then putting myself in that situation and hearing that, it made me sick to my stomach. Not as the person that would be doing it, but more of the person that would be on the receiving end of it being done to.
Yeah.
Right. You got a girl pregnant, right? Your wife or whoever, and then she goes and sleeps with another guy. That makes you sick to your stomach.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should. The thing is, the whole Cardi B Offset thing is stupid. Okay, first of all, Cardi B has been grimy. So I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
You know, the relationship's been toxic the entire time. Is what she did wrong? Yeah, a normal woman should never even want to do that. Like, it shouldn't. We're built different. The chemistry's different. She should be parabon to that man. She should. The only thing to the point where this is where a lot of women get in trouble when they get pregnant by a foul dude is because they be so attached to him. Mm-hmm. Like, the fact that she's able to do that just speaks about, where she is hormonally and mentally. But, at the end of the day, I'm with you, Steve. Like, if I got a woman pregnant and then I found out that she slept with another dude while she was pregnant with my baby, bro, that's rough. I don't know if you can come back from that. That's rough.
Yeah. I mean, that really, if you think about the core of what femininity is and what men want from women, one of the things that are at the top of men's lists, masculine men that say, I want a feminine woman, is loyalty and not being promiscuous. We want someone who we know that if I get her pregnant, number one, I know it's mine. I don't have to question it. And I also don't have to be concerned if you're going to be messing around with other dudes. And while yes, we are on the outs and we're working through a divorce, but I'm just from what I know about them and from what I know about my situation, I mean, just because you're going through a divorce don't mean you're not still messing around.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when I was going through a divorce, I was still hitting my ex. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not just because I love her and miss her. It's just convenient. And I still wanted it. And it is what it is. That's one of the reasons why women always ask, men, like, what's going on with you and your baby mom? Because they know a lot of dudes still are hitting their baby mom. Now, obviously, I'm way past that now, but it's a thing. So, and there is the potential for the relationship to come back together. If you were married, it's much easier to give up on a relationship where you were just living together, or you were just in a relationship. It's much easier to move away from that than if you were married. There is number one, there's the legal ramifications, and people really they put into that when they get married. And it's harder, people tend to want to work things out more after they've gone through that. So the fact that you could have came back from that and you were out and you had sex while pregnant, that's...
but what about the fact that he has been cheating and stepping out multiple times during the relationship? She has sex with someone one time.
She's pregnant. That's the part.
And her being pregnant.
That's the part.
It's because she's pregnant.
But what does it matter that's so foul that she's pregnant? The baby's already in there.
Mel, another man's semen is floating around with your baby, poking his eyes, punching him in the stomach.
Yeah, but
another man's DNA is mingling in y'all's baby. That's foul, bro.
But what about the DNA that he is putting in these other chicks, and you could be bringing back?
Are they pregnant?
It don't matter if the person is pregnant or not. You're still showing some forms of infidelity.
If she was not pregnant, this story wouldn't be as big as it is.
Cardi B cheated. Okay, we understand that.
Cardi B's always been foul. She said that she drugged men and robbed them. She's foul. There's no getting around that. I don't care what the Cardi B fans... She said this. She was a stripper. She was in the streets. Like, this is not anything new. So, but number one, if you want to put accountability somewhere, because I'm not going to put accountability on him cheating. They're both international pop stars. This is what you sign up for. I'm not saying that it's okay, but...
Does Cardi B go to the Diddy parties?
I don't think.
No.
I feel like she doesn't. No. I feel like she does her own thing. Yeah. She's not into them Diddy parties.
Nah.
She's not in the industry like J-Lo, maybe, for example.
Okay, yeah.
Right? Is that okay?
But they were also stating that Cardi B didn't necessarily do this. She just said that to make him hurt and feel some type of way.
Well, you said it. So what are we supposed to believe? Oh, we're supposed to say, oh, maybe she didn't? No, you said you did. It. So why would I not believe you?
And also, Mel, I would almost go as far to say that's worse.
What, to say that you did it?
Yeah, just intentionally just to hurt him?
Yeah. They're saying that basically based on her behavior and how she has been with her in regards to her children and taking care, that's like doing that is out of character for her.
That's what I'm saying. It's out of character for most women. That's very difficult for a woman to do.
Yeah, have sex with another dude while you're...
And I don't dislike Cardi. I don't really know anything.
I like Cardi. She's one of my favorite female rappers.
Yeah, I actually like Cardi. But...
Okay, how about this?
That's grimy.
Have you ever had sex with a chick that's pregnant, but she's not your woman that you're in a relationship with?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. That you're not in a relationship with.
I'm going to say not that I was aware of.
Okay.
Okay. I did. I was aware.
and what were some of the words that came out of your mouth?
What?
Recounting that.
Like, nigga, I don't have to come. I don't have to pull out.
Nah, like the way you talked about it after the fact, like, yeah, nigga, I was in your girl.
Well, I didn't know.
Oh, you know the situation.
I didn't know.
This was like 20 years ago, by the way.
Yeah,
Mel's very young, very different person.
Oh yeah, this wasn't last week or anything. I wasn't no grown ass man. I still remember the chick. Met her on MySpace. Met her on MySpace. Her name was Ashley. That's a common name, so you ain't gonna be able to find her.
The internet's undefeated. Don't play.
They wouldn't be able to find her because nigga, I can't find her.
Mel, you can't.
I don't even know her last name.
Nigga, you just gave them a time, a place, and a name. It's a wrap. They can find her.
MySpace,
Bro.
Ashley.
Yeah.
About
Look, you giving them more details.
shit. Yeah, I mean,
What was she,
went
white
to-
girl?
she a white girl.
Uh huh.
You know what I mean? But the thing is, I didn't want to have sex with her. I just wanted to get head. I just like,
Ain't
let me,
nobody looking this girl up.
let
Go
me get
ahead.
some. I know, that's what I'm saying. I don't even, you know what I mean?
Mel said, if I could find her.
If I can find
If
her.
y'all find her, let me
You
know.
feel me? Because we got some unfinished business.
Wow.
More experience.
Oh my God.
You feel me? You know what I mean? But I think having sex with pregnant women is good. Because, like,
Clean
For
that up.
you.
no, nigga, it is
Just in
good.
general.
Like,
in what
it
way? Good in
feels
what
good.
way?
It feels
Okay,
they're a lot
it feels
wetter.
good.
Oh, man.
Okay, just say that.
That's, yeah, nigga. I'm going to say it. Well, hey, don't put the edit button on me, nigga.
didn't-
I got my edit button. I'm good. I'm good. I'm going to say it how it's said.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Y'all can, if y'all want to take shit
It's not
out
an
of
edit. I
context-
think it's just clear. I think it's clarity.
What? That having sex with pregnant women is good? Yes.
Yeah, use that as a reel and
Right.
start it that way.
Right.
We'll see.
Start it that
Well,
way.
how about not say put it as a reel? Allow me to just make it a reel.
No, you can cut that part out.
So as soon as he tells you to do it, you're not gonna do
No. It just, I'll do it.
it. Okay, do it.
But let it, you know what I mean?
Let's
Let
see.
it flow.
Let it flow.
Let it flow. You know what I mean?
No, I want to highlight it so that you do it.
I'll just write it down and slide me a note.
It
Be
may
like,
not
yo,
have
make that a reel.
It may not have been real.
Yeah, I mean,
but I want you to start it that way.
All right, so as I was saying,
Continue.
having sex with pregnant women is good. You know what I mean? Feels good.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Well, it should smell good. At least I remember it smelling good. And you can just leave it in. Once you feel like you about to climax, you ain't got to pull out. You can just leave it in. You know
That
what
is
I mean?
a different experience right there.
Bruh.
That like you ain't had sex till you.
Bruh, you ain't had sex
there's
until
no worry.
until you burst and ain't gotta worry about taking it out. You just leave the balls hanging.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, you just leave it hanging. You ain't gotta do none of that extra stuff, man.
And it's not the same even with birth control because there's still that potential.
Birth control.
Yes.
What's that? Nigga, pulling out is birth control,
No.
son.
That's the
talking-
only birth control.
What we
I
talking
touch.
about?
Chuck.
You know what I mean?
I'm talking about if a woman is using birth control
Pulling out, okay.
and you have that a woman is pulling out.
Pulling a man out or pushing him out.
Mel, what are you saying? If a woman is using birth control,
Which is what? Like what do you?
she can use an Nexplanon, an Implanon. She can use birth control pills.
I don't know anything about that.
Because Mel, because you're a man and you're not going to take any of
Which
these
is
things.
why I'm asking you. You know what I mean? Like birth control. What do you mean?
I'm pretty sure that it's self-explanatory. You're a 30 plus year old man. I think that
Mel's
you know
like,
what birth control
What
is.
is that?
I don't do that, man. I don't do birth
That's
control.
great.
Bro.
You don't, but that you have. I guarantee you have had sex with women that do and that have been on birth control.
It made their vagina dry.
This is completely not my point.
Okay, what's your point?
You didn't let me finish.
Finish.
Jeez. when you have sex with a woman who's using birth control, there's still the potential for her to get pregnant.
Still pulling out.
Yeah, I still pull out.
So
I pull out with a condom on.
So there is nothing like the ease of mind. Ain't nothing like the peace of mind of having sex and coming in a woman who is pregnant.
I got to tell you something.
Uh-oh, let's hear it.
There was a woman that was pregnant. She slept with another man, gave birth to her first baby, and had another baby on the way 3 months later.
Ain't no way.
The
so
babies
then-
they was in queue. They was
That was in
Like
queue?
having two stomachs in a sense, right?
How is that possible?
I mean, you can have twins. You
This
can
had
have
to
twins.
be. This was one of those rare, like
yeah,
0.0001%
yeah.
type situations.
It has to be.
Now, was the baby actually DNA tested to be the other man's?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Actually, it might have been the same man. I don't remember, but it
Okay.
was two. It was two babies born like months apart.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
It's like having a baby on layaway.
Nigga, could you imagine as a woman having to give birth, all the trauma of giving birth, and then having to do it again before you're
months.
completely healed?
3 months later.
Actually, it might be easier. I don't know because the hips maybe haven't.
Well, they would be healed in 6 weeks, right?
I mean, 6 weeks is when they say that it's okay for you to have sex
To
again.
go balls deep. Okay.
It
that doesn't-
depends on the woman, man. Because if you get a cesarean section or something, it depends on what they.
That's just the timing that actually if I read that timing was just
Made up.
they just made it up.
Yeah.
It wasn't actually because some women take less because some women a week or two afterwards want sex.
And some of them are getting pregnant again.
Yeah. But 6 weeks was the time that the doctors somehow made up and that became the standard.
So check this. You give birth January 1st, right? Give birth January 1st. Let's just say 2 weeks later, you're having sex again. You get pregnant. You're going to have that baby
9 months later.
in like November
That's crazy.
or December.
No.
Of the same January 1st, 9 months
October.
later. Well, October, November. Well, 9 months from January would be what? You probably have it in October. 9 months would be September. So if
You're probably not going to have it in September. It'd
probably be October-ish.
But that doesn't matter. Point is, you'd
have two babies in the same year.
Same year, and it's very plausible. You could do it.
That's not a bad idea. Like if you just want to like
Pop them out.
get them out the way, like how many kids you want? Shit,
10.
man.
Shoot, you get them done in 5 years.
You know what I mean?
bruh.
And that's like if you want, like if a man wants to fulfill his tribe and create his tribe and do it through one woman, that's what you got to do because you'll be able to do it faster through multiple women.
Dude.
Oh yeah, you can do it way faster.
Well, first of all, could you do this? Yes. This sounds like an absolute horrible idea.
What, to get 10 chicks pregnant at the same time?
No, not even that. But to have children back to back to back to back to back like that.
There's people who do it.
It's not
You
about
gotta
that.
have the resources.
Number one,
And the
you,
patience.
You need to have the resources.
Yeah.
That's number one. But let's not forget the baby and the lack of sleep that you're gonna get, the
Yeah.
stress.
You
You got all these little nigglets running around. Like, dude,
that's why you need a tribe.
That sounds horrible.
It just depends.
You got to get
If you've got the
grandmothers.
infrastructure, if you have the so for example, let's
We're talking about traditional family.
modern family.
Two
You're
parents.
talking modern family.
Traditional modern family. Two parents in one household.
Traditional
Light and
modern
dark.
family.
Like those are two different things.
Traditional modern.
You're talking about a
family?
modern family,
Which is where the most people are right now. Yes,
right?
a mother
A
and father.
traditional modern family. How do you identify that?
I'm
'Cause
literally.
they're two different things.
He misspoke.
What did I?
A traditional modern family? That don't even make any sense.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, nigga, that makes zero sense. And he about to attack me. I'm like, nigga, that makes sense.
Steven, you
What-
misspoke.
Did I?
Oh my God.
No, there's a traditional family and a modern family, and
I mean,
there's differences.
a modern family today is single mothers.
You might be able to say a modern family in a traditional sense, maybe.
A modern family today is single moms.
You think the majority of families are single moms?
No.
So what are you talking about?
I think that's I think it happens so much.
Turn the cameras off. See what this nigga really
I
said.
think it happens so much that it could be considered modern. That's the modern family. But the traditional family is when I'm thinking traditional, and I'm saying that the only way this could work is that when you have the mother, the father, and then you have the grandparents who are all helping raise children.
Correct.
This is where the village comes from.
That would be a traditional family, yes.
Okay, so I'm talking tradition. I said traditional modern family, which would be a mother and a father in a house together with their kids.
No, you need.
That's just the way that I.
you need
That's
the
why I
tra-
explained it.
You need the traditional family. In most cultures, the elders come move in.
So
And they're
then we
taken
can see
care of.
how a traditional modern family would work.
Stephen, those words don't go together.
It literally makes sense the way I explained it. When you have a traditional modern family in 2024 would be a mother and a father in a home together. That's what it is.
I think that's a nuclear family.
That's okay. Great. We can use that word too. That's not how I described it. That is what
Why
it
are we
is.
do- why are we
But
doing
that's not how a lot of families are happening now. You have now families that are being blended more than before. You have families that are being raised by one parent or the other.
This ain't nothing new though. It's
It's
look at the Brady
more
Bunch.
than before. That's what I said.
I mean,
that's where the
it's-
modern comes in.
More commonplace.
It's probably more observable since we have technology to acknowledge a lot of
I think
things.
that
That's true because niggas before when they had their
Like
other
look at the Brady
families-
Bunch. Like you had two separate families coming together joining. Like, them niggas was fucking.
okay.
I mean,
yes,
they was getting it in.
I think that. I think
They had
that.
like 8 kids. You gotta get it in to have
that's true.
kids.
So they had one family, then the other family. They came together, and then they had kids together. That's our family.
Nigga, they fucking.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, there was no reason to go.
I wasn't talking about y'all's, but
I know.
get on my hips.
All right.
Anyway, I'm standing on what I said because.
hey, you
that's
know what?
fine.
I stand on what I
you
said.
got it. Whatever.
Stand on-
But anyway, you would need a mix of the nuclear family and traditional family, as Chris stated, in order to make that work. Which you need the grandparents, not necessarily in the house, but you need them
Yes,
close.
you do. Yes,
That
you
would
do.
be ideal.
You need grandma in the house.
Yeah.
She would have to have her own room. And if grandpa is still around, maybe he likes the break, because them old couples, they figured it out. Like y'all need distance. So, but then it would have 5 years would be too long, right? So she'd have to go home eventually.
That's where they created the in-law suite.
Right. Well, the in-law suite, I think, is actually is becoming extremely popular right now because you can get around regulation. But the problem is you have a lot of single mothers. So now let's go back to your single mothers who see the whole independent movement ruined. It really ruined women. Like women thought it was, this is for us. This help us. In the short run, yes, you guys got everything you wanted, right? In the long run, you don't have the mind of a man in your household. So men think about future. Women think about present. I gotta take care of the children right now. They need clothes. They need this, they need that. The man's like, okay, he's budgeting. Okay, here's money for that. But then also we got to do that. We got to pay rent at the end of the month, right? And they didn't plan for retirement. So what's happening is mothers have to go and live with their children.
Okay.
Yeah,
Did you all see the latest Pop the Balloon episode?
No,
I did.
You did? All of it?
Steve, you completely caught up?
Yeah, me and Jasmine started watching it.
Hey.
We just went back and started watching all this last season episodes.
What did you think of the last episode?
I don't remember
So
who
y'all
was
just
on
gonna
there.
talk about it right in front of my face, huh?
Yeah, dude.
Well, because we're about
Is
to
there
watch
a new character?
a new character.
I mean, there's always a new character each episode.
Not all. Some
Not
episodes
no.
don't have
You're
them.
thinking of you're asking character as in
Like a
the
popular
Ninja Turtle.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't think there was any Ninja Turtles.
Bro, she's got to keep them coming. She needs.
has he
characters.
came back?
No,
No,
just
he
characters.
didn't
He's not
came
coming
back for the reunion.
He's not
Oh.
coming back.
Because he got smoked.
He got smoked.
It's like they brought back that one dentist a couple times.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a
And
character.
he's not coming back.
Nah, he's done. I mean,
He has his own little show now.
Yeah, it's boring.
He's with well, I saw him on Melly Monaco's show, which is Gilbert Arenas'
Okay, that makes
fiance.
sense.
But yeah, this most recent one, I just want we watched like a minute of it. It's just like a little clip from it, which I thought was hilarious. But I'll check it out.
Come on in, don't be scared.
Everyone,
What's your
Everyone
name?
pop.
pop their balloon.
It's Tavarius.
Tavarius, how old are you?
I'm 29.
And what do you do?
I actually am on tour for PBS Children's Story.
Oh, like you write children's books or
I have an animation company that I started when I was 21 years old.
nice.
And then it's basically about my childhood and teaching young black boys that black dads do care.
Wow, I love that. Oh, okay.
That's insane that they
what are
all
some
popped.
things you like to do for fun?
So I have a Airbnb that's kind of like in the lake. So I'm a nature boy. So I love to climb trees in my time off. I love to draw. And I honestly just like peace. So I do a lot of peace and help for people who like need emotional regulation.
Okay, nice. Now, what are some things like
Nigga, I would have walked off like, nigga, they all popped. I'm good. I wouldn't gave all this explanation.
So if
He can't. He be look bad.
naturally more outgoing, I try to match that. If you're inside, I try to match that.
They
So
aight.
kinda
Like I think this is like one of the best lineup they had in a while as far as like physical looks.
You think so?
If you don't have any
Just because most of them are within shape, they're a little shorter.
I can help you with that. You know, you gotta love yourself and figure that out for yourself.
Okay.
First of all, I really liked him.
Bro, he was. Go ahead.
Well, once you see the full clip, you'll get a better understanding. But he ended up leaving with, like, because one of the chicks got her balloon.
I know they did.
One of the chicks.
The only reason they all popped because they all popped.
That and
The whole episode, they're following each other.
yeah. And
Oh, well,
none of them liked his outfit.
Bro, because I'm like, bro, he's not ugly.
I know.
Yeah.
So I'm like, why are they all popping?
It was his outfit, and I wasn't really feeling his outfit, but I think
It really was. He has no belt on, right?
that's what I was like,
And he
nigga.
has
You
a
can't
shirt
tuck
tucked
your
in.
shirt in with no belt.
He has nothing.
You look
He has
crazy.
no vest. He has nothing. So you can't do that. Number one. And his pants were too tight.
Bro,
But he's very in shape.
bro, right? He's got that athletic. Look, here's the thing. Before he got a chance, okay, his outfit sucks. Fix his outfit.
That can easily be changed.
They said that. Actually, I think the girl who went away with him said, "Yeah, I could fix your outfit." Like,
Okay, so why would you pop? Because y'all are so
it's. Go ahead, go off.
the closed-mindedness of this actually pours into what I said before about the independent movement. They're thinking right now, like if you had the mindset of a man, I mean, or at least maybe got like raised by a man, or it's like, okay, I can fix his clothes. That's right now. We can fix that. No problem. The depth. That man sounds like an amazing person. And this is the reason why women are running around fine as hell at 30 something, not 40 years old, single. That's why.
Yeah.
Because if he approached you in the street, you're gonna turn him down too. You don't even get to hear all the good stuff.
yeah.
You won't even have a conversation with somebody before you just, his shoes I just can't. So you only mess with niggas with nice shoes? Are you stupid?
There was a funny thing you mentioned shoes because there's a dude in there they liked him.
But his shoes
shoes-
busted.
Yeah, his shoes. I don't know why.
They was
They
scuffed
were
up.
dirty.
He had them for 2 years.
He
And
really
they
should have
look
just
like-
cleaned them. But
Look like
I mean, it kind of the one girl even said like I thought that was how they were.
Yeah.
Like they have that
style.
They have that dirty
you can
look.
buy them like that. Yeah.
Like and really, when you look at them, they could be that way.
Yeah,
But
if I was him, I would have just been like, yeah, this is part of the style.
Yeah.
Instead of being like, nah, nigga, I just had these for 2 years.
Yeah,
and I
he
just
just-
didn't clean them.
now that just is just like, well, I don't care. I can see that. But
that goes into personality.
the funny thing is that with that guy in particular, is that he said, yeah, I didn't even know what to wear. And because they all said, my clothes, and halfway through, he was just like, I mean, for real, y'all, I didn't even know what to wear. My boys told me I should wear this, They put the outfit together for me. He was like, I don't even know. His personality starts coming out, and I'm like, oh my God. This dude, like, he's dope.
But he was one of the only dudes who actually pulled the girl, though.
There was only a couple. And they all popped first, and the one girl got a balloon back. Like,
Yeah.
But it just
But
goes.
the girl he got the balloon back on is a stripper.
Oh yeah, she's a dancer.
She has
Crazy.
a child and she's a stripper.
So now let's look at that. This man has a business. I don't know how old he is. I'm assuming he's been in business for at least 10 years. He has an Airbnb on the lake. He enjoys.
He's
peace.
traveling with PBS.
Yeah.
He is a high level individual.
Yeah.
And the best he could do in that entire lineup. And this is not to put strippers down. But I'm saying though, you see the stark contrast. We always have to date down. We always have to date down. Women never think about that. A woman is not going to be with a man that's lesser than her. So that means that we always are dating down. And they got the nerve to pop on him. All of them? That's insane.
And looking at that lineup, there's two of them in there. I'm like, y'all should be.
They should never even think about popping a balloon.
You know which ones I'm talking about, right?
The tall
one and the one at the end. Yep.
Where do you get off? What world? But this is the part of it. Y'all live in a warped reality. You don't live in this is the reason why you're 42. What's that girl's name from Friends? The light-skinned girl with the body that's single as French toast.
I don't watch Friends.
I'm about to say, nigga, I don't even think of Jennifer Aniston.
The light-skinned girl.
I don't watch Friends. I know. I don't even know. I know what
Elise or
Phoebe,
something?
Ross. I don't know
Ross.
Chandler. I don't know. I don't know them.
I know Living Single.
Why are y'all talking about
are
other shows?
living-
I just gave you 3 characters from Friends.
What? I'm not talking about Friends.
You said Friends.
You just said Friends.
Girlfriends.
You didn't say that.
Okay, that's a different. That's
You
a
said
totally different
Friends.
show.
I said Friends.
Yes.
Yes.
Girlfriends.
I'm just like, nigga, the only person I know there is Jennifer Aniston.
I missed the first word.
That makes a difference.
Girlfriends. Y'all know what I'm talking about now?
I don't know the girl, but I know.
I probably
I
know
know
what you're talking
girlfriends.
about.
With the poppy eyes.
Oh.
Tracy Ellis Ross?
Tracy
Oh,
Ellsworth.
okay. See, if
knew
you
you
would
knew
have,
it.
if you would have said the right
Okay,
word.
my bad. What up? The point is, she is very accomplished.
Yeah, she has a really nice body.
She has an incredible, and she's old. Like she's
Older,
older. She's got an incredible body. Why is she still so single?
Yeah, I'll be wondering that too. Like
Because
man,
she's crazy. Something's
she seems
wrong.
like a fun-loving. Like she comes off that way. Like,
Something's
she's-
really wrong with her.
Yeah, or at least the way that she presents herself outside of television. Obviously, I'm completely wrong, but
Right, obviously.
the way I perceive her, like man, she seems like a catch. But she's single at this age with no children for a reason. So.
Right. And this is my point. I'm just pointing it out. Like, you know, I don't understand. Bro,
Sorry, man.
I had
take a second.
the brain of a woman,
My man can't catch a
the
word.
brain of a woman, bro. It's infuriating.
Yes, because it seems like as if the obvious to us should be obvious to them, but they seem to go against everything that will help them live an easier life. It's like they choose the harder route. You know,
It's harder, but for them, it's like this is the only option.
they justify it with being an independent woman and thinking that's the way that they should live their life
and-
because that's maybe what they've seen.
correct. It's
If you go on a date as a woman, you go on a date with a man, right? You're talking to him, for a few weeks before the date. Everything's cool. You go on the date. He's a perfect gentleman. You guys never go on a date again for a while, and then you kind of reconnect. It's the same vibe, right? You spend some intimate time, perfect gentleman, the entire time. And then because he has a lot going on in his life, or he's not chasing you. He's not chasing after you like women like to be chased. Pursued, chased, courted, different things. Women want to be chased. He's not chasing after you. He's got things going on. You don't engage. You don't reach out. You don't spark up a conversation because you're a woman and you don't chase men. And it's just like, bro, where's the logic here? You're single. You talking about you got all these other options, but you're single, and you have a man who's been a gentleman to you. He's been good to you, and you can't just be like, hey, what's going on? How you been? Mm-hmm. Like, I don't understand the logic of women. Like in so many different scenarios, it's like, where do you get off? And we've already stated, okay, men have to date down, which means that if you're dating a man, he's better than you. Like, where do you show interest? Where do you show value? I'm so confused at the logic. But you're 30 something and you're single though. Like, what are we talking about?
I think it's beyond. I think they'll be stuck because I had a girl that I was talking to. Well, that was trying to talk to at one point in time, and we spoke on the phone twice. First conversation was maybe 2 hours. Second conversation was an hour, and the only reason why I got off the phone was because I had to do things.
those are good conversations.
And the thing is, like, there was no like dead points or anything. We were having like legit conversations, and then I want to say maybe the next day she sent me a message like, "Man, I really enjoy our conversations, but I just don't feel the vibe."
Wow.
I'm just like, okay, all right, but what is the point of investing all that time? We haven't even met in person yet.
What was the point of talking for 2 hours and there was no downtime? It wasn't weird. It wasn't.
What vibe are you looking for?
See, I just didn't feel a connection.
After 2 hours and then another hour conversation?
And she's expanding the conversation. I'm the one having to cut it short. Like, yo, I got, man, we're talking about music. We're talking about all the things that she enjoys. She's giving songs and all this stuff. And I'm just like, oh, okay, whatever. Okay, I guess this is a nice little vibe. But then next day she's like, Hey man, I was like, I didn't fight it. I was just like, cool, I'm with it, whatever.
Maybe the only thing that I could think of, and as we have come to see on this Pop the Balloon show, I like watching them because it really actually has taught me a lot. Women are going to tell you the truth.
Yeah,
So she just may not have been attracted to you
yeah.
and just didn't say it, but she enjoyed talking to you.
Nigga, why match with me?
It just, and you know,
Like if you're not attracted to me, don't match with me.
maybe she was bored.
Don't give
Maybe
me
she
your
was
number, like-
I mean, I don't, Mel, I don't know. Well, what I can say is that we see this because women will be like, I mean, you're handsome, you're just not my
That's
type.
bullshit.
Yeah, we know that's a
That's
lie.
bullshit.
What do
Like,
you mean? Like I try to wrap my mind around this. Like, how can I, when you say you're handsome, that means like your face. But then there's something about your body or your clothes or something.
But
I
you
don't
look
like.
good though. You handsome, nigga. What?
Like, if I think a woman is pretty, I think her face is pretty, which means there's a reason that I don't like her, right? And it's not necessarily just her facial features. If she's overweight to the point where I'm like, this is too big for me, I could say, I mean, you're pretty, it's just, I don't know, I just didn't feel the initial attraction. It's just like, I mean, that's not the reason, and I know why they say it. And in the beginning,
It's for the internet not to
correct,
roast.
because in the beginning they used to say it.
Yeah.
People were saying it, and they started getting smoked online.
Yeah.
So then now everyone's just like, yeah, it's just the initial attraction, and then Arlette, she tries, and sometimes people say stuff, but for the most part, people don't want to say the truth because of what the internet does to them.
Nigga, they better not have me on that shit.
But that's what I'm saying is it has taught us, if we didn't know before, we know now that they will say things like, oh, it's just the vibe. I'm just not attracted to you. You may not know exactly what it is. They may point out your clothes because there were dudes that came on this show. This group of women, I did not like this group
yeah,
of
they
women
were
at all.
very, very cynical.
But you'll see on this show that this one particular girl, every single dude except I think one, that tall chick, she's 5'11". You're just too short. Now I like a taller man. Da da da.
Like, bitch, you 5'11" with heels on.
5'11". No, and then she put heels on.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah. So then, but one dude comes on who's shorter than her. Clearly doesn't pop her balloon. She likes him.
Right.
It's just like, oh, everyone else was too short. No, you just didn't like them. Or you were hoping for something more. Or there was something about them, maybe you kind of liked them. We weren't tall enough. Like, so it's not just height. It was that you really just didn't like them, because if you take a guy who matches the things that you want, and this dude, it was funny because he was also the only guy, he was from Philly, so he was kind of rough around the edges. He wasn't as, I'll say, kind. Like, he didn't speak as well as the other guys. He was
a bad boy.
cussing.
You seem like a hood dude.
Yeah, exactly. And they all loved it.
all
no
loved
one
it.
popped.
Yeah.
And the people were just like, this is fucking crazy.
Well, see, the thing is, when the girls come on the show, they're dressed to impress, right? So they look a certain way, but that's not how they normally dress.
Of course not.
So you might have some hood girls on there
Yeah.
dressed up like Barbies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But in general, because I've seen this as well on other episodes or even other Pop the Balloons, where the dude comes on, he's basically a hood dude, which no, I'm not saying that's good or bad. It's just whatever. And all the women are interested. But that's how it's always been. At some point, you're supposed to grow out of that.
Correct.
At some point, you're going to be like, I want a husband. Right? Because we know what comes with the hood dude. I mean, we're just talking stereotypically. Right?
Stereotypical.
But it's like these women, they're stuck in little girl mode. Like, I'm 17. He's the hot guy with the attitude, rebel without a cause. He's dangerous. Well, I'm sorry, you're almost 40. What are
Yeah.
you talking about? So,
Yeah. So, I mean, we learned more from the Pop the Balloon show. Y'all want to touch on, well, this is going to be pause. So, pause. Y'all want to touch on this Diddy subject?
Wow.
Diddy subject of him.
No Diddy.
Yeah, no Diddy subject, no Diddy. He got arrested.
That man is smoked.
You think he smoked?
He's absolutely smoked.
Like, they denied him bail.
Twice.
he's out of there, bro.
He's smoked.
I don't know who he pissed off or what, what's going on behind the scenes, but yeah, he's done.
He's done.
He's Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. That same type of thing where they're not letting him get away or go.
And so much has come out even after, right? Because now I think a lot. So it's so funny how Hollywood is. They're so fake. People are now saying even more stuff is coming out now that he's arrested.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of people were afraid of his reach, and so they didn't say anything. But now that he's in jail, now the Me Too kind of kicks in. Right?
I'm kind of expecting Justin Bieber maybe to say something once he's sentenced.
Justin or Usher? Usher ain't saying that.
I don't think so. Usher's locked.
Justin May.
They're saying they have like a boatload of celebrities on all these videos that have been like taken or so. So
They got his. They got videos. That raid. When we talked about this before, we said that raid. He's cooked. When they went, because we talked about when Cassie gave up that information. Then they got the video of her getting beat up. When they finally got the information that they needed to go into his house, because people were like, "Why isn't he arrested? Why isn't he arrested? Oh, this is fake. This is." I'm like, y'all don't understand. This is federal. The federal government doesn't lose cases. The reason that they are waiting is because they are building their case, and they don't just take it on something small. If you're getting a federal indictment, they have like a 99% conviction rate federally. Yeah. So they were building their case. They were gathering evidence. They were getting statements. And in order for them to do what they needed to do, they had to have someone inside that's cooperating with them. And then now you see like his ex-bodyguard came out and now did an interview.
He's been talking.
Well, it was, but there was something else. It may have been another bodyguard.
Okay.
But there's been multiple people now that have come out, and now they're showing what was in that raid. And once again, I don't know, the energy around it. I haven't been looking into it.
Yeah.
But the whole 1,000 bottles of
I don't know what that's all about.
baby oil.
It was in his house.
Oh, okay.
What would you possibly do with 1,000 bottles of baby oil?
You'd be
Freak
a
offs.
slippery ass nigga. But what they were also stating is that it wasn't actually baby oil. It was actually drugs that's in that
Liquid.
Yeah, like liquid cocaine type stuff.
That
was in
that
those.
would make
So
more
he put
sense.
it in the baby oil. So
Or
like
no. It's replaced the baby oil.
Right.
Is
Yeah.
that what you're?
Yeah.
Okay, but still, I wonder if you put it on your body and it drugs
Does
you.
it create that type of
like
thing?
transdermal.
Well, they said that. I think. Well, it's a sealed indictment, so we only have a little bit of information about what they have on him because he's so influential. But there is something in there about cocaine. So they did find cocaine. They didn't say the amounts. All the stuff is not. They didn't say any of this. But so there's drug charges that are coming as well, and that's the first I heard about the baby oil with something being in it.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So they're gonna R. Kelly him, and then
He's getting RICO charges.
Bro, this is crazy.
is it?
It's crazy in the sense that I'm a big fan of hip hop and I love hip hop.
It's crazy because
It's someone
we grew
who's
up with
been ingrained into the culture from Jagged Edge, and they're being so attached to a lot of popular songs that we enjoy, that we love throughout
Since
hip
we were
hop.
kids, man.
Being attached to all these big Mary J from Jay-Z. It's just like it's so attached to everyone in hip hop. So it's like this is crazy. to me.
This is the biggest. Correct me if I'm wrong. My opinion. This is the biggest indictment of our generation.
Michael
this way.
Jackson would have probably been.
Michael Jackson wasn't indicted.
Well,
this
I'm
way.
just saying, like Michael Jackson would have been the
I
biggest.
guess O.J. Simpson is probably like a close second, but as far as hip hop is concerned,
I'm not even talking about hip hop. I'm saying in general.
Like in life?
OJ
Oh, in
was
general.
OJ. We were young. Think about this. Our lifetime. Diddy may not be as popular now, but he's been.
Yeah, an hour. Okay, I can see that.
Right. Like the whole MJ thing. We were still young.
Man,
The whole, that was bullshit, right? The whole, OJ Simpson thing, we were still young, right? But Diddy, he's been around almost our entire life.
Yeah, and it begs the question: where did it begin?
And he's getting RICO charges, which was criminal organization charges. But the interesting thing is, I was listening to somebody. They were like, but because he's the only one indicted under the RICO, which is like, that's interesting because
Right.
usually a RICO is going after multiple people.
Right.
Now, also, what they were saying is, and I saw something else, and I'll talk about them both, but because it's a RICO charge, and the way that RICO works is, if they get a conviction, any finances or resources that were created under his organization would then all go to the federal government. So all of his money from Bad Boy, from Ciroc, from Sean John, any
So they want
money,
to wipe out his legacy.
they're going to destroy his entire legacy.
His children won't have anything.
They won't have a dime. Any money
That's why
that
they're
came
doing
from
that.
his
That makes sense.
organization
That makes sense.
gets removed. So you literally, so that's why one,
Crazy.
They're gonna lose it all.
which is once again, it's like who did you piss off? Because you're wiping him off the map. If he just got charged, like, this is nowhere. R. Kelly ain't got nothing on this.
No,
Because
Bill
R.
Cosby-
Kelly, Bill Cosby ain't got nothing on this.
got nothing on this.
They had, if they went to jail, whatever. If R. Kelly had money, still had money, they can at least put money on his books. He can live as comfortable as possible. You know, he can get stuff while he's in state pen, fed, whatever. If you take down his organization and say that because it was an organization and any finances or any business connected to it, then the federal government now seizes those resources. You literally take everything
I mean, Bad Boys is done.
and anything that's connected with it.
They were saying that's the reason why Jennifer Lopez got a divorce from Ben Affleck as of recently, because of like stuff that's happening with the Diddy case. Because
Because Jen Affleck is connected in some way, or Jen Affleck.
Jennifer Lopez, yeah, because they used to be together.
Yeah,
and then
but
it was like
they
a
were
picture.
married, right? Were they married?
Her and Puff, no.
They were engaged.
I'm not sure if they were engaged. They were just dating, or they were boyfriend and girlfriend.
Okay, but why? I don't understand the connection.
Well, because they were seen in a lot of pictures as of recently.
Of course.
It was like a picture, I think, her dating.
Oh,
Dash.
recently.
It taken in the past, but it's been brought to the forefront.
Why would? But everyone knew that they dated. But why would Ben Affleck?
Get a divorce from that?
I mean,
from
he
her?
doesn't want the. He doesn't
You're
want
trying
the.
to say there's a paper trail, right, Mel?
Yeah, as far as like she may have been involved in nefarious deeds
Okay.
with that or so. But I mean, this is just a rumor. This isn't like
Yeah,
a
that
legit.
sounds
I think
pretty
that they're
far-fetched.
reaching a little bit.
Yeah,
Because they broke up before.
yeah, but they got divorced this time. But recently, they were seen like even after their divorce, like smooching.
Well, Steve just talked
I mean,
about that.
this is a thing. You break up.
That's
and
a
then-
little. That's a reach. That's a little reach.
What's a reach? The whole why they
Ben
broke up?
Affleck, yeah, because they
I-
make up and break up. That's
I-
been their history.
I would say that if Ben Affleck, I would assume he's not an idiot, and I would assume that he would have people around him that would be, when you're dating these stars, and you marry this woman, there needs to be some vetting, right? Like, ask some questions, dig into her background a little bit. Like, you're Ben Affleck, you know what I'm saying? Hire somebody to vet her a little bit. And
So they probably deal with the exact same people being
right.
in
You
Hollywood.
would think that. Yeah.
They're probably like that circle is probably so small that they probably have the same lawyers, same entertainment, reps and all this stuff.
I agree. I would imagine. I mean, you're married. I would imagine that you would have conversation. Hey, so what was this relationship with you and Diddy? What happened? Why'd y'all break up? Like,
Maybe he doesn't want to know.
that's crazy.
I mean, did he be having people doing crazy stuff?
If you're marrying this woman, you wouldn't want to know how their relationship was.
I wonder how many people are attached to this Diddy case.
I mean,
Now,
we're talking about an entire.
Hollywood.
Yeah, it's Hollywood.
I mean,
Like,
you look at the list, the small list that has come out. It's long.
I mean, LeBron's on there.
People that have been to these parties.
And you know who we need to blame for all this?
TD Jakes.
Nope. Cat Williams.
Yeah, I was gonna say this earlier. Cat.
Did Cat pull out Diddy? Did he?
He was I think he mentioned it.
He said he had to pay Diddy. No, he had to turn down $50 million.
You said you can't party with everyone. Diddy want to party. You can't party with Diddy.
Yeah, you can't party with everybody, man.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he talked about turning down money because he he wanted to leave Hollywood when he's done with his booty hole intact, and right or something like that.
Yes, his virgin booty hole.
Yeah.
And 50 Cent going at Diddy.
50. I love God. I've
got Doc
always
in the making.
messed with 50.
Bro, the doc. That's. I thought that was. I was like, this isn't real.
Thought it was fake.
Apparently, it's real.
No,
Yeah.
it's real. 50 is a troll.
He's the ultimate troll.
He's someone you don't want to get on their bad
you
side.
don't.
Like,
He's been like this forever.
he's like the hip hop version of Candace Owens in a
Yeah.
sense.
50 Cent is probably one of the only people that could take down a comedian, honestly, in a match. Think about it. Nobody messes with comedians.
Yeah.
50 probably
Except
could,
comedians. But
Right, of course.
but other than that, you don't want to do that.
you don't want to do that. 50 could do it.
Bro, you
Bro.
remember when he and Floyd Mayweather were beefing? Man, he was coming off these reels
He was
with
like,
him.
yo, I
trying-
give you some money if you could read Dr. Seuss or something.
Now, Harry, I give you $50,000. You read a page of a Harry Potter book.
without stuttered or something.
And then he said, "Listen, I know the Harry Potter books. They a little hard, so we gonna do a Dr. Seuss. So they gonna let you read Dr. Seuss on air. Like 50 is a troll. You know he can't do it.
There's nothing. And the thing about 50 is, like, he came in the game, made a crap ton of money.
Yeah,
And then turned that into $1 billion.
start businesses.
And so, who's Floyd? He don't care.
You don't care. 50 has number one. He has money. He has businesses. He has you. Who knows what he has? 50 can't. You. What are you gonna do to him? You can't cancel 50.
And
yeah, he's like uncancelable.
and he's a real street dude on top of all that.
Right.
Like, he's an actual street dude. So it's like he's got goons.
Yeah. He's the ultimate.
He's the ultimate.
I fuck with 50.
Yeah, I like 50. I don't think that. Okay, so you think that in this case with Diddy that he's going to go to
He's
prison?
smoked.
Diddy is never going to leave jail. Diddy's never
smoked.
going to leave jail.
Do you think that because they put him on suicide watch?
I can imagine.
Do you,
If they
I didn't know that.
If they
Right.
Epstein him, I'd be a little surprised because when you do it twice back to back like that,
it's like an obvious.
it's very obvious. Because R. Kelly isn't R. Kelly still alive?
R. Kelly's not the same as Diddy.
True, but I'm just saying. I mean, they got him for bro. I mean, let's not. Sure, R. Kelly's thing is smaller, but it's not.
Pause.
Bro.
It's not like. Oh, it's just, Bill Cosby. The Bill Cosby thing was like, bro, they're claiming that they took some pills and had sex. R. Kelly had people trapped. Like, he had them,
And they were underage.
underage girls. Like,
Trap in the closet.
that's a little bit, that's definitely a big step up. But I'm just saying, like,
Diddy ain't R. Kelly. The connections, they're not the same.
No, I
they're
mean-
not even in the same hemisphere.
I mean, Diddy was doing to little boys what R. Kelly was doing.
but not
he's supposed
just,
to
but
take the
not,
stand,
but
too.
not just that. It is the size of things, the network.
the threats,
Mel, what?
I'm just looking at you.
the amount of money being paid to cover up. You're right, and it is an organization.
And when you
too.
have
That's
the
like Rico.
names, just the implication that they were at the parties, it's a bad look. Whether you are on video, it's just not a good look. So I could imagine it only takes one person to say, "Hey, man, we gotta get rid of him."
Now they're trying to look at people like Jay-Z and Beyonce.
It only takes one person.
All right, I'm gonna say two things. This whole Diddy thing has actually probably helped TD Jakes because no one's talking about him anymore.
Yeah, Mr.
Right?
Mr. Power Bottom himself.
He just skated right under the radar.
And Roland Martin.
I didn't even know about Roland Martin.
You didn't see Roland Martin looking at gay videos of men?
Is this recent? Mm-hmm. I mean, if that's what he likes, that's fine.
I don't
That's
even
not
know what
a.
that
That's
is.
not really a.
Roland Martin's like the anti-black dude, but he's a liberal. You probably seen him.
Is he
before.
black?
Yeah.
Sounds like Don Lemon.
Overweight. His hair.
Yeah. You if you saw a picture of him, you would know.
Roland or
Roland Martin. You know.
Roland.
Roland.
He looked like a roly poly.
Yeah.
So that's that. Now, when it comes to the Jay-Z and Diddy thing, ain't nobody touching
Beyonce?
Jay-Z. Or well, I'm saying the connection between Jay-Z and Diddy. This connection.
Oh, okay.
The black billionaire thing.
Okay.
Right, and all the Jaguar Wright saying that
hate this nigga.
Yeah, we none of us mess
That
with him.
nigga's annoying.
Jaguar Wright saying that Jay-Z is just as bad as Puff. That that whole energy. Jay-Z is slippery. I don't think anybody's catching Jay-Z. I think Jay-Z's going out because he's completely sold into. He's bought in.
Yeah.
Like whatever Diddy did, because I think we can all agree he did something.
Definitely.
Right? Or maybe there's a timeline. Maybe they only get a certain amount of time. I don't know. But whatever he did, Jay-Z's not taking that deal. Jay-Z's not doing that. Jay-Z is going to play his role. He's gonna bow out gracefully. So that's just my opinion, knowing Jay-Z and the stories, you know. Man,
Maybe he's already done that, which is why he retired when we thought that he shouldn't.
He's not retired. You talking about from the Black Album?
Yeah, I don't know the albums, but yeah, he retired, then he came back, and it was like, Jay, it's your time. We're moving on. And maybe that was him playing his role. And then since then, Jay has been quiet. But he came out for he performed for somebody recently. It wasn't Trump. He came out, he did a show for somebody. I forget who it was. Tom Brady.
birthday?
It was his birthday or retirement ceremony or speech or something like that, which was like, whoa. Like, he hadn't performed in a minute, and then now he comes out for Tom Brady. I don't know. Yeah, but I don't know. I'm just saying. Maybe something there. Where there was a time where it says, hey man, now it's time for you to calm down, we're moving on. And Diddy's like, I ain't giving it. I'm still Diddy. Bad boy.
They were saying it was probably him going after this liquor company.
Oh, I saw that too.
That's and from that point of him like going after the liquor company, that's when everything
It's too much money.
Complete 180. You know?
Too much money there.
None of the rappers own they liquor.
Correct. And he was trying to own his the parent company or something. And they're just like, nah, nigga, you're Ciroc, you just stay and he wanted more.
De Leon.
Here's the thing. When we talk about Jewish people, they have a code of conduct.
What was the time?
Jeez, wow. I can't even say the name.
I'm just fucking glad.
They have a code of conduct, you know, that they teach religiously. And I think that, you know, I'm assuming that there's certain power moves you're not allowed to make on them. Like, they don't do that to each other. I don't know. I'm just assuming. And, of course, we're not in the club. So then when they give us a little power, you get a little bit too big-headed. You try to make a power move on them, and they just cut you off at the knees. And make sure you're... Like, why don't we own any basketball teams? Like, come on. Like, let's think about this. Like,
I mean, that could be said in every realm that we're involved in.
What are you talking about?
Like hip hop. Like hip hop is created by black people, but the black people aren't anyone who has any type of control.
Right. The Jewish people own them.
Yeah.
That's the point. That's the point I'm making.
Yeah, I know. I'm agreeing. I'm just affirming.
And even the owners are minority owners. Mm-hmm. But they don't.
Yeah, of course. They're not making no money. They're not Mark Cuban.
I mean, they're making money, but they're not making no money.
You think Jordan was making money?
Not back then.
Nah, not yeah. I mean,
if you compare it to now, no.
They're not making no money, bro. Like, I'm not saying they're losing money.
yeah. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. So it's what Ice Cube is doing is a threat, but they're
To the NBA.
not to the NBA.
No, it helps. It's just like they probably want to take over that market themselves.
Eventually, they're gonna try, right? It's the same thing they did to John Damon, Fubu. Bro, Fubu was literally started from the streets of Harlem, wherever he's from.
Yeah.
So he built that, nigga. It's Fubu. He got LL to wear Fubu.
Nigga, I used to have Fubu shoes.
I think we all did.
Fubu.
And then also the branding for us, by us, bro. That was a beacon. Mm-hmm. Everybody was feeling it. Got it and killed it.
All right, 116.
Now, what does Damon John care, right? Like, he's gone on to do Shark Tank. So for his individual brand, it was good, right? It was a good business decision. But what did they do? They snuffed out something that could usurp what they've put in. They wanted us wearing Ralph Lauren, Tommy, Timberlands. things of that nature.
Then they had the platinum FUBU with Fat Albert and all that.
Bruh,
Man,
Bruh.
I was rocking them.
that was fire.
Yeah,
I used to
man,
get mine
with
from
the
a
jeans
Chinese
with
store.
the characters on the back, man. Oh my god,
Nigga, I used to get mine from a Chinese store.
man, I used to get
Well,
mine.
we know what that means.
Hell yeah,
what I
that
mean?
shit was legit.
You know what I mean?
The stitching's a little off.
I mean, hey,
Hey,
back
shit
then,
it was a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
Like if you go to Devereaux, it's like $150. You go to Chinese store, $25. Nigga, I'm
150
going to the
back
Chinese.
then too. God,
They be yakking.
that ain't 150 today.
Devereaux's was.
Even 150 today for a pair of jeans. I'm like, nigga, I ain't paying 150 on jeans. Yeah, I ain't paying 150 on
I mean, my
not jeans.
I have to spend $70 on my jeans.
You're
'Cause you have the
jeans
length.
or pants.
Jeans.
Oh,
I mean, my pants are right there.
yeah, but you know what? As an adult though, like your jeans, they're last forever.
Do you wish you had a smaller, like, lower body and then a longer
No.
upper body, so you can
No.
have pants that you don't have to get extended
No.
or anything like that?
I don't. I like the way that I'm built. That would make me look weird. If my if my torso was longer.
Well,
You
just a
don't want
little
it.
bit. Just a little bit.
You'd just be more proportioned. It wouldn't make you look
It'll
weird.
balance you out.
I have a
copper. I'm a copper colored.
You have
man.
more upper body.
I
right?
have a no. I'm very even. So I have a my legs are. I think I wear a 32 length. How long are your pants? This man ain't wore jeans in so long. He don't even know.
I'm thinking.
Your inseam.
Okay, I wear a 30. Like the length goes down to 32.
Okay, so we have mine are 32 also.
Yeah, I'll typically wear 34, 32.
Okay, so Chris's are what 36 inseam.
Well, like
34.
the waist is 34.
34. Okay. Yeah, and I think when we stand next to each other, our waists are from our waist up is about the same. So he's an extra 2+ inches in legs.
Yeah, I think that you probably, give or take a few inches, you know what I mean?
What are we talking about?
Your upper body, your lower body circumference. You know what I mean? So you don't have to worry about.
It's really not your height. It's your slim also.
Are you
you
trying to
think
figure out why my pants are expensive?
Because you can go to big and tall, and you can probably.
no,
fit
I
something.
cannot.
No,
Well,
because
if you
he's
were
not
bigger,
big.
if you were bigger.
He's slim. So it's the slim
The-
waist, the long leg.
Yeah, because when you have big and tall, they
big
typically
and
you
tall.
have to be big.
Right. So they're going to start you at 30, 36, 38, at the lowest, but really you're talking 40.
Yeah.
Like I can't shop at big and tall anymore. But I used to be able to shop there because my pants were 48.
So you
50.
could get the discount. It's
Is it a discount?
It's convenience more than anything, not discount.
It's just a shop. It's somewhere I can go where I know the clothes are going to fit.
Right?
me.
Yeah.
I think
don't
they
have-
should just blend. Like they shouldn't have like a big and tall
Yeah,
store.
you just say that because
exclusively.
you're not big and tall.
Exactly. They should have tall and skinny. Nigga, they should have tall and slim.
Well, they
They do.
Chris.
It's called American Tall.
There
It's
you
an
go.
online store.
Yeah, but they don't have no good shit like
Yeah,
that.
Mel,
No, they don't.
you.
I looked at
You
that
don't
site.
have to worry about that because you fit in the.
Except his shoes.
I make it work.
No,
no,
Mel.
you-
Your height and you're perfect. You're right at the cusp.
fit.
The only
You can-
thing about you is your feet.
There you go.
That's it. Just the same way that the difficulty of you buying shoes is
Okay.
my
There you go.
difficulty of.
it's
But
hard
your
to buy.
clothes, though, you can walk into any store and fit their clothes.
I have to make it work.
What do you mean? What does that
Because
mean?
sometimes
you have to alterate. You have to get alterations.
No. I have to make it work. Just like with shoes. Sometimes with my shoes, I get smaller sizes just because it's the only thing I have. And a lot of times, depending on the type of pants, like a lot of my pants, they don't necessarily go all the way down.
So then maybe you need a 34.
Length.
Yeah. That's just you not getting the right pants.
Yeah, that's just-
you could just
Well,
get
no,
a
no.
34.
I'll get a 34, but for a particular style, I'll have to make it work. Like I would wear boots instead. when I'm
I
wearing
see
those
what
type
you're
of
saying,
pants.
but that's because
You're not buying the right size.
No.
No.
He's looking for certain styles. Certain styles don't. There's certain sizes of clothes you don't get the style.
Yeah.
So he's saying if I want this style, I can't get what I exactly need. I got to make it work. But that's not the same as me.
Right. Well, everything
Right.
that you do.
I don't. Nigga, I can't get regular pants.
That's what we're saying. If
I
you
like-
want to go into American Eagle, if you want to buy a pair of jeans, I'm not talking about you creating something. You can fit their jeans.
Of course.
Right. That's what we're saying.
I can't do that.
But
Chris-
I understand. I understand. What I'm saying is like it's not like a flat line. Like no matter where I go, I can, because
I
I don't
understand.
like some of those styles.
It does. I'm not saying
You
I'm
just
not
having
saying-
the option to buy it.
That's
at a
all.
regular store.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I
Whether
get
you
that.
want to wear it or not doesn't matter. I'm saying that you can fit their clothes.
I mean, it's the same thing with shoes then, because I can always find something in size 15. It's just it'd be some bullshit.
No.
Yes.
No.
But I can't go into fucking Foot Locker without having to order it or something.
But that's what Chris is
But y'all
saying. You
niggas-
can't.
I understand that. I understand that. I'm just throwing that out there. It's not like a cut and dry thing for
That's
me.
what we said. I can go into a store and I can typically find, no matter what store it is, I can find shoes.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with you and clothes. Whether I like them or not, I can fit their shoes with no problem.
Yeah. Would you rather have the shoes or the pants?
As be an issue,
Yeah.
I'd rather have pants be an issue. Nigga, them shoes, I don't. That's tough.
Well, see,
Especially having to order online, send shit back, and I don't want it.
I got to answer this.
Yeah, nigga, I'm looking at. I was asking you, nigga.
I'm grateful for my size
He
13.
said, I'm grateful. Must be nice.
I don't know, man.
I used to think it was cool when I was younger, but now I'm old. I'm like,
Yeah, because people big feet.
got some big feet, big meat, nigga. I was like,
Yeah, I'm a 15. Oh, you my man.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I've learned to deal with my problems. So now
At least you have a store though. You found a.
it's just
story. Oh,
a store.
A store.
It's just crazy because like my style would probably be different if I was a little shorter. What, 2 inches?
Well, if you started dressing, if you dressed up every day, like you dress well. You're like I feel like you're business casual. But if you wore dress clothes every day,
Well, yeah, it changes everything because it's all tailored.
yeah.
And I actually recently, but it's like that's just not really me. Now, that could change.
If I was you, that would be me.
I know, but I think that that's going to change because I was recently looking at it was this British guy wearing a vest, and I was just like, that's a more distinguished look. I kind of like it. I mean, I'm just getting older. Like my style is changing, and I've always said that when I get my paper, like I'm gonna do.
You don't have paper.
We're gonna do custom clothes.
Like you couldn't do it now.
$100,000 car outside.
I mean,
yeah, when I
like
get
you couldn't
paper.
do it now.
And another whip. You feel me?
I mean-
when I get and another house.
I mean,
Okay, y'all might be
My
right.
bad.
Y'all
Yeah,
might
I
be,
mean-
you might be right. Fair enough.
Yeah, I mean,
Fair enough.
it's not a priority.
$600 knives. What
I
are
mean,
we talking about?
where they at? Huh? Where they at?
What?
His
the
knives on the fridge,
use
the
them.
pan.
Oh, those. Oh, okay. And the funny thing is, he just be having this stuff around like it ain't nothing.
Yeah, you can't worship materials.
I'm not saying do that, but
But you have access.
I think when we
dress
get
better
into
if you
I
wanted
think when
to.
we get in a new space, it's gonna also alter because
yeah,
yeah,
clutter makes a huge difference,
It makes a
and
huge
we are
difference.
all. Nah, I'm gonna let that go, but
You said we all?
we are all surrounded by clutter.
Yes, we are. Yes.
In general,
yes.
I'm just.
We wake up to it.
I do my best to unclutter my own space, but it makes a huge.
Yeah.
Did we talk? Was this on the game, or did we talk about this at the retreat? But clutter.
You talked about it.
Oh, did I?
For your thing.
During my speech?
Yeah, something about clutter, like how you like to clean shit.
Bro, if
You should be a maid. That's probably what
I should be a maid.
Nah, I was going to a whole nother spiel. that I
You're
can't-
talking about my coping skills.
Yeah.
If I'm stressed, I clean.
Damn, nigga, I need you to be stressed out.
Nigga, I just cleaned the kitchen.
Oh.
Did you not see that?
That you clean the kitchen?
Did you not
I
could
didn't
you not tell?
I didn't see you clean the kitchen, but I noticed it was much more put together than.
You should have noticed it was cleaned. Everything was put away. The dishes were done. The floor was mopped. The cabinets were wiped down. It was clean.
My bad, Miguel. You got it. It was
Yeah,
clean.
thank you. Put some respect on my name.
Senor Miguel.
Because I came downstairs and I'm stressed out.
He came downstairs and was like,
Bro, after the retreat, and I'm just like, bro, I can't, I'm stressed. And I said, this is a point of my stress. Every time I come down here, it's stressing me, which makes me not want to come down here, which makes me not want to cook. And I'm like, I can't do this, so I have to clean it because it's not going to get done.
All right. Any final wrap up statements?
Wrap up.
Candace is on fire right now, and I just want to
Shout out Candace Owens.
Shout her
Why do you say Candace Owens is on fire?
because she got demonetized, and instead of receding like Fresh and Fit or whatever, what happens to people, she said, "I don't care.
Yeah, she said,
I'm not gonna stop telling the truth. I'm not gonna stop. My mission is bigger than some YouTube." And of course, she makes money other ways, right?
Correct.
Her speeches and things of that nature, so she could do that. But
She need to come to Texas, man.
Candace Owens is a truly
Remarkable human being.
she is a remarkable woman. She is a remarkable woman. Like I don't know.
It's commendable because the fact that she's treading in waters that a lot of people would shy away from, or they would think that this is a subject that's taboo, or it's something that people would get canceled over. She's deciding to just, you know what? I'm going gung ho, full force, full
She's
throttle.
bucking the system, like in a big way, in a dangerous way, not in an Andrew Tate way. You know what I'm saying? In a way that's going to have long-lasting impacts. In my opinion, it's really showing the inner workings of the Matrix. Like I think, I value what she's doing, and I just wanted to shout her out.
Yeah, same here. I value what she's doing. She's going after Kamala. She's letting it be known. She questioned her family history. She went through the family history. I think,
And as a black woman, she can do it. Did that make sense?
her being a black woman.
Right. As a black woman,
I don't know.
Candace.
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't know what her race had to do with it.
Candace?
Yeah, like why did you mention her being black?
Because if you look at the world today, if you are non-black and you try to say someone's not black, then they try to cancel you. Like the whole reason they try to say Donald Trump is attacking Kamala's race because he was asked about her race at the National Black Convention.
They can't play the race card.
Exactly, they can't play the race card, so she can do that.
Oh, particularly against Kamala.
Correct.
Okay.
If anyone can do it, it's black people. The only people can do it without them playing the race card.
Yeah, because if she was a white chick, and
Of course, they're roast her. Nobody else can do it.
But they always call Candace a self-hating black person anyway.
That's just.
I think that's an old narrative. Do people still?
Yeah,
Black people-
Eminem just said it.
Yes.
He didn't call her self-hating, but yeah.
People who lean left, the first thing they hear about Candace, that's what they identify.
Oh, she don't even like black people. Like
Yeah,
that's
their
Okay.
first
Okay.
thought.
so that's what I'm saying. Like if anyone can go after and dig into her history, it's a black woman would be the only one that can do it. Does that in that manner without the backlash? So she's gonna get backlash regardless. But if it was a black man, oh, you just misogyny, like we could do it, but it would have to be a black woman.
And she mainly started going hard after Kamala simply because Janet Jackson had an interview with like an article magazine where they were asking her about Kamala, and then she said, I don't know, I heard she wasn't black or something like that.
and the internet roasted her.
And then they tried, the articles in the magazines and these headlines tried to come at Janet, and then Candace Owens was like, nah, you don't come for Janet. Yeah, I mean, that's my girl,
It's deeper than that too, Mel.
Yeah.
So Kamala was some district attorney or something surrounding the Michael Jackson case.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah, she was trying to get him locked up, Michael Jackson locked up, like back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's actual beef there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Did that come out? Did Candace uncover that?
I don't think Candace uncovered that particular point, but it was highlighted. She mentioned it.
I never heard
in
that.
her rebuttal, but
Oh, Janet did. Or Candace.
no, Candace mentioned
Okay.
it.
I need to watch that episode.
Yeah, it's episode 72. and
Candace
73,
is
I
on.
believe.
It's not an episode. She has a series of videos.
Well,
She
it's
was-
called. It says episode 72 or 73 of her podcast. That's talking about the Janet Jackson. Well, the
Oh yeah,
I'm talking about the Kamala.
You want
yeah.
the whole? It's a series of videos she's been doing for like the past week,
Okay.
bro. And she's digging very deep. She's getting all the records. She's putting in her ideas, her theology, like her theory.
Did her mom pass away? Kamala's?
Yes,
Okay.
very convenient.
But then her dad is here. And,
Her dad's alive.
And
But
there's,
dad, he ain't talking to nobody.
His name is Donald J. Harris.
it's crazy, right? I think that's very interesting.
That is.
Donald J. Harris.
That's crazy. I was like, oh shit. I think that's very interesting that her name is her dad's name is Donald.
Did you know she was only like 5'2"?
I knew she was short, but I didn't know she was that
Yeah,
short.
I didn't know she was that
She
short.
she is tiny.
And she's supposed to leave the country.
Bro, I did not know she was. Somebody said she's 5'2". I said, what? Because part of the ABC debate, they adjusted the camera angles to make Donald Trump look like he wasn't looking into the camera because of how the monitors were. So she's looking into the camera, he's not, which makes him look like he's looking under people. So it makes him look weird. And then they adjusted her platform, her podium and everything to make her look bigger than she really is because she's so little. It's like, why wouldn't you just keep it the way that they are? But it would make her look bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a whole bunch of distractions going on too.
There's a lot of
Bro, the whole Kamala thing is dangerous. It's really, really dangerous. I just feel as though if they allow her to get into office, she's obviously not going to be running the United States. Everybody everybody don't know that. But people who are aware know that. So then the question is who is? Probably the same person that's running it now.
Obama.
And they're doing a horrendous job. You know what I mean? Like, even I'm feeling it, which it took me to the end of the year. We did this retreat. I said, wait a minute. Groceries done gone up.
Nigga. Yes, they have.
Groceries done gone up.
I'm just like, bro, I grabbed 3 items, $78. I'm just like, nigga, I'm just grabbing fruit.
Yeah, bro. Especially the way we eat too.
Like, it's
It hits.
crazy.
That's why I be fasting.
Bro,
Hey, man.
Involuntary fast.
I'm like, dang, man. That's why them watermelon fast people be doing because it actually saves them money.
Yeah.
Like, bro, it's.
And I'm salty. Watermelon's out of season now,
I
man.
don't know. You got to switch to cantaloupe or.
Squash?
Honeydew.
I can do honeydew.
squash is in
You
season.
don't like cantaloupe?
Nah, I'm not a fan of cantaloupe.
Have you had like kiss melon or?
I've had the one that you mentioned. Like, it's a mixture of both of them.
Did you like it?
I'm not sure if I got the right one because the one I had I didn't enjoy.
You probably haven't had a good one.
I mean, I think that everyone I've had was good.
I'm just saying because like I had a melon recently, a cantaloupe, and I didn't like cantaloupe when I was a child. My mom used to always get it, but this cantaloupe was sweet. It was good.
If you get a ripe cantaloupe, they're good.
Yeah, you just have to get a good one. I was dating this girl a while ago, and she went to the farmer's market and got a cantaloupe, and she was like, "You want some?" And I was like, she was like, "You gotta try this." I'm like, "Okay, cool." Because I knew I don't like cantaloupe because at the time this before my garden, this before I really understood fruit and stuff that well, and I tasted it. I'm like, this is the best cantaloupe I've ever had in my life. It was delicious. So it's like we don't get good fruit. That's just what it is.
Yeah, because all fruit should be sweet. It should all be good. But if well, that's because it's picked early. It's not ripe, but it has to be picked unripe so it can sit in the store. And whoever else knows how it was grown, it's not being fertilized properly.
Do y'all think that the hurricane that just recently happened in Florida, the reason why I thought about Florida is because y'all was mentioning fruit, and typically fresh fruit comes from Florida and all that stuff. But the hurricane that just recently passed in Florida, do y'all think that was a legit hurricane, or you think it was a manufactured hurricane? And the reason why I asked this is because there's a lot this election year, and there's always some type of information that's getting people away from information that they should be focusing on. And so you have the Diddy thing, you have this hurricane that's happening. Of course, you have the election and also, the shooting behind the election. And you have so many different distractions that it makes us seem as if there's a message that's being that's misleading us in a sense. So there's a recent hurricane just passed, and it was like a category 4 that's considered.
That's crazy.
And that's supposed to be very destructive. I think the highest categories they have is 5, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I just think it's like the perfect timing. Like, it's election season. Let's boost up a hurricane. I mean,
There's 2 more coming up too. Same place, same path.
Oh,
two
wow.
two more on the way. Now we don't know if they're going to be as big because Helene went from a 2 to a 4 as it was coming up Florida, and then that thing went deep inland too. It hit North Carolina.
Oh, yeah.
They don't normally go that deep at that strength.
And I was wondering, because also something happened in Cincinnati, or at least Ohio, where there was like weather that was similar to that as well. Because like one of my cousins, he's
Recently,
he's
like this last week.
I want to say the past couple days because
Yeah, it went all the way up through the Midwest, let's say. But now obviously
Midwest East, because East Coast got hit.
Well, I'm just saying. Well, it did this.
Okay, yeah, sure you can.
So
Sure you can.
yeah, but North Carolina got absolutely smoked.
Yeah.
Atlanta got weather. They had roads shut down, closed up buildings and stuff and so yeah, they got weather. But by that time, it would drop to a tropical storm. They're gonna get weather. But usually when it hits land, it dissipates dramatically, and that did not happen initially.
You think that's the work of God or man?
I mean, I think it would be foolish of us not to think or even question that it was man, because we understand they have HARP. So, I mean, it is hurricane season, so things aren't new to us, but
What do you think about hurricane season?
I think all natural storms are a result of man. Even if we talk about whether it's HARP or not, like the storms are happening because of something that we're doing. They're a result of something that we're doing.
so you're saying that not because even necessarily just saying disregard HARP, but the way that we build buildings and the way that we do things,
Yeah,
it
look at
allows weather to move or do certain things.
Whether natural disasters are designed to clean up mess. What's the job of a natural disaster? Like, what's the job of a forest fire or a hurricane or a tornado? Like, what are they actually doing? They're cleaning up some kind of mess. You ever smelled outside after a nice thunderstorm how clean and fresh the air is? They're
Very
cleaning.
interesting take.
They're cleaning. So the more we filthify the earth and the land and the air, the more storms will come. So they're all the whole in the United States, the climate in the United States was completely different 200 years ago. Mm-hmm. Do you think that wasn't just? It's all the buildings, the manufacturing, all the smoke and stuff we're putting in there.
It's not global warming.
The quote unquote Earth warms slightly. Period. This is what it does. Global warming is a scam, and so is climate change, and so is the ozone layer and all that stuff. That's all just fake, made up dinosaurs and
fake.
moon landings. It's all fake. Is stuff really happening? Yes, stuff is really happening, but the way that we're explaining it and the way that it's all fake. They're lying.
Propaganda.
It's propaganda about how all this stuff is happening.
How and why.
Yeah.
Is something happening? Yes.
Yes.
Why it's happening?
COVID happened. Something happened.
Okay.
But
I mean, I have to.
what?
You
I
said the C
cannot
word.
say that
Well,
word.
I just want to avoid it simply because I don't want to.
Well, whatever.
Yeah.
The pandemic happened. Can I say that?
Say whatever you
The
want.
pandemic happened.
I said, don't worry, I'm gonna take care of it.
You're gonna take it all out. But why it happened? What caused it? That's the smoke and mirrors.
We'll never get the honest truth.
I already know, so
Yeah,
I don't.
we'll never get the honest truth, but we can just use the history that they've shown us and able to understand what the future is going to behold. But all right, we appreciate y'all rocking out with us, man. We did this. I mean,
Mel
don't
got
don't
exactly
get
what he
used to
wanted.
this. Don't get used to this.
This nigga.
Yeah, I mean, don't get used to this because we new to this. But appreciate y'all rocking out with us. I am Animated Bell, Chris James, Stephen Michael, and we will see you beautiful people next time. Bye bye.